itchy leg. Welcome to the TheDnazChannel, where we just scratch our legs. This is episode 10 of the TheDnazChannel podcast, and if you've never tuned in before, well, that's because I'm kind of new. Not totally new. I got plenty of music up on the site. You can go check it out. Coming out with informational videos. And I'm going to continue to do this podcast for you guys because it's fun. I love it. And I'm going in a new direction. And I'm going in a spiritual direction. And that's where I think humanity needs to be. And I feel like I need to be another voice that helps bring humans to enlightenment. Enlightenment is very important. And, I look at the world as beauty. Everything is so beautiful. And I notice a lot of people look at the world with full doubt. They doubt that it's going to get better. They have no hope for humanity. And I understand why people feel that way, because the news, all they show you is negative stuff, The best thing that my best friend's father ever said to me one day, I was 15. He said to me, he said, do not watch the news. The news is the devil, right? It's kind of like Waterboy, like, that girl is the devil. But he was right. He was right, because it just shows nothing but negativity. And I stopped watching the news. I didn't get surrounded by that. But I noticed people that watch the news, it's like their outlook on the world is so bleak and hopeless. And why wouldn't it be if all you're shown is bad stuff? The news doesn't play any good. You know how many good, beautiful things happen every day? Beautiful things. People are helping each other all the time. Imagine if they just showed stories on the news of just good things all the time. Just good things. People helping each other, community, cleaning up litter, cleaning up rivers and getting our water systems back to health, Things like that. It would inspire a lot of people, and we really we need to get humanity to this level, and it takes a village. It takes all of us. I'm nobody special, but at the same time, we're all special. Like you are all very special, and I gotta say, love. If you talk to any sages or wise men, or you go to church or something, everybody will tell you love is the strongest emotion. It is the strongest emotion, and it is exactly what runs our universe, and it's life, like just sharing love with somebody else, extending your love to other people is something that we've lost in recent times. I mean, you go back to our ancient ancestors, they, it was a different time. It was crazy back then, but they were a lot more spiritual, and they understood community and love and how important community is. When your power goes out, what do? You and your neighbors, you rely on each other. You help each other. And today, they got you so separated, especially with COVID, They tell everybody to stay away from each other. And it's like, that's what they want, And you want to get back to your neighbor. Stop hiding the house, saying you don't want to be near people. And that's half the reason why you're depressed, man. It's just like, maybe you don't like people, but you have a friend, like a best friend, right? When you get together with them, it's like your depression kind of goes away, right? Because you have someone to talk to, and not only that, you guys get to bullshit and joke around. You forget about these things in the world. When you start opening up your heart to everybody, And, just even going to the grocery store, holding the door open for somebody, smiling, saying thank you and you're welcome and stuff. And, just little things, just showing love and happiness. And those little things can change your life so much. It is amazing. And I can just tell you from experience. And I went down a very dark path. The last few years of my life have been very, very testing. And I struggled greatly. My father passed, my best friend passed. I didn't know how to handle it. I was going off the walls. I was trying to run away from it. I was trying to run away from it all, and I went through a lot of spiritual building to get to the point. And when I finally got there, through a lot of work reading old old philosophy, going back to Homer, going, you know, to Aristotle, going to Cicero, and just starting to explore my heart more, starting to explore my inner self, and learning more about the chakras and yogis, and just over time. It took a while, nothing's easy, but in the past month, I've had a raise in my consciousness that I can't explain. I feel like I'm on a whole different level now, and all I want to do is share my love with people. And some people, they look at me when I'm crazy when I start talking like this, or if I try to talk to somebody about love, or someone that's depressed, I try to tell them, hey, you're beautiful, you are special, and the world is beautiful. And mostly depressed people, they don't want to hear that. They'll tell me, oh, you're not helping. And and you know, this is my language that I speak, and it helps a lot of people. And I feel bad for people that can't register what I'm trying to say to them, because it they just do the simple things, such as just go outside, right? And look at the stars at night. Let the magnetism of the stars draw you in at night. You're gonna feel so many things. Go out at night if you don't want to go out at night. Go out during the day, absorb the sun. Put your face into the sun, face the sun, put your face in it, close your eyes, and just warm yourself. Absorb that light. And what you're doing is you're just taking moments to just soak in the beauty, to relax your mind. You want to find ways. We all got that devil on our shoulder talking in our ear telling us we're not good enough. We all got that. It doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, what ethnicity you are, where you come from. We all got that voice, and that we are our own worst enemy. That is the hardest test of life, is to master that voice and be in control. Um, you don't want to. I don't personally. You won't want to get rid of the voice, but you want to own it. You want to master it. Whenever there's something negative in your life, you want to take it and hold it and have control over it. And you don't want to push it away so much, and then it never goes away. Like you're you're trying so hard to not think or something, or you just instead use it as a tool. I was a drug addict, you know what I mean? And I've had many different problems. And not only that, but I've had to go through that, and only until I owned it and took control of my life was I able to reach freedom. And by the way, me getting sober is not what brought me to the spiritual level. I had a lot, it was a lot more in depth. That came years later. I mean, I'm 30, 3 years right now, about to be 34, and I feel like I just started learning. You know, especially the schools we go to, they don't tell us so many things that we should be taught. You know what I mean? Like, nobody, I could, if I ask someone on the street, hey, can you tell me the direction, what direction we're in by looking at the sun? Almost 90% of people that I ask can't do it. And it's as simple as it rises in the east and it sets in the west. So if it's right ahead of you, you're just looking at which way it's going. If it's going down in the west, and and being more aware of your surroundings and spending more time with nature and learning things that weren't given to us so easily. I think today's day and age is much better than when I was young. Today we have technology and you can look up things and find out things right on the palm of your hand, and that's beautiful. And that's a tool that is given in our hands that is going to give us the power, because now we could see, everybody worldwide can see how each other are living. Oh, like, oh, someone in the east in a third world country can, but they have a phone, they can watch a channel and see how people are living in America, or other places, and go, wow, life can be so much different. I didn't know that, because you're in a bubble, and it's a beautiful tool. As much as, yes, we need to get away from the blue light, we need to get back into more with nature and not so stuck on our phones and our screens. But it's a very great tool, and all we have to do is just start learning to use it the right way. Humans are so powerful. We are so great. We are creators. We are creators. God made us as creators, so we build. And we make things, and we made technology. Now it's time to put that technology into the right place, like healing our earth, healing ourselves, I mean, just think about the Garden of Eden, like, think about what these all these old texts are trying to tell us. Think about what they did in ancient Egypt, where the pyramids were, where the Nile was. I mean, it's a desert now, but it was lush and green, and they planted, and they made their own paradise, and that's what we should be doing. Look at the Amazon rainforest. The Amazon rainforest is completely man-made, and everything there was planted. They scorched the earth. They did the lidar. They got all that. Science has discovered all that is a man-made garden, and it supports life on Earth right now. All that precipitation that comes in the air and goes over to the Sahara, I think. Like, it's such an important rainforest, and we greatly underestimate how powerful we are, and who we are. I mean, today, that's why I'm saying we should get back to community, because today it's hard to get 10 people together to do one thing. You go back to the past, you had 50,000 people getting together, 100,000 people getting together, building, and people wonder, oh, how'd they build the pyramids? It could have been man, had to have been an alien. No, men can accomplish anything. It's just the fact that they had thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people working on one project, because they were all in tune with the earth, right? Like the Native Americans were here. Like they were here. They weren't destroying the land. They understood. They weren't polluting the waters. They understood, right? So, and we look at that as like primitive, and it's like, no, that's, if anything, that's thinking on a way higher level. And what are we doing right now? We're destroying. We got trash in the ocean. We got all these problems. I'm in school for environmental science and toxicology right now, so this is my thing, and I want to go into ethnobotany, which is the study of the relationship between plants and humans. And it's because I want to help people. I want to heal. I have a degree in water management because I wanted to learn about water and soil, and I want to get our planet back to health. We should be creating paradise for us. I mean, and I see it coming. I don't have doubt for the world. Young kids today are standing up and protesting, and they're angry about people being mistreated, about the earth being mistreated. And that's beautiful because I'm only the generation before. I think I'm millennial. They call me whatever. When when I was a kid, we knew the government that was lying to us so much that we just dropped away. We ignored it. You know what I mean? We didn't want anything to do with politics. And now I don't know one person that I went to school with that is interested in politics. And that's a problem. And now I realize that I'm older. When I was younger, I was like, screw them, like, screw that. Like, I don't want any. But I realize how stupid it is because the system is there for a reason. We do need government. So if we want to make changes, we have to be part of that government. We got to beat them at their own game. And it all starts with local. You don't got to be president. It just starts local, your local community, going to your town, your local town meeting, right? Because when we're not, this is a democracy, and when you're not there, they can just write in laws, and they're just making laws, and we don't even like the laws, but they can just do it because we're not there. In ancient Rome and Greece, when democracy was created in Athens, 300 people got together to go discuss a problem or make a law. So imagine if they were trying to pass a law that we know is bullshit and there was 300 of us there saying, whoa, 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 no, no, who said we agreed to that, right? We'd be making changes. We don't have to go so big. I mean, I think on a grand scale, I want to help the whole world, but as just individuals, as humans, where do you start? And where you start is your community, your neighbors, your family, and your town. Little things going on. Volunteering to help clean up trash, or like there's so many great movements out there, and that's what the news should be telling you. Hey, look at this group, they're cleaning up this. Hey, we have one over here called Save the Sound. They help clean up Long Island Sound. So there's so many. Every town has these departments where if you're in America, you got these groups that come together, right? And more people need to be joining them. Find the one that you like. It's not, you don't necessarily need to go to a town meeting, but find something that you like that is helping the world and has a community. And I promise you that will heal you spiritually. It will heal you, like, because love is so strong. And once you have a bond and love for everybody, and it shows through you, it glows through you, they can feel it, and then they're feeling love, and now they're loving you back. You don't even have to know each other. And you can just have a connection, or you're fighting for the same cause, and that's so beautiful. And that's what I'm gonna be talking about on this channel, on my podcast. I it's I'm preaching love. I'm preaching togetherness. Our country was just divided because we were given two options that none of us chose for president. And this is what I mean when I say, when we're not there to make these decisions, and people are staying in the Senate and the House for years and years and years, you know what I mean? And you're not getting new, younger people in there with more adaptable ideas. and we're not there changing anything, you know, these are the things that happened. We got divided, and you know, through so many things, misconception about like racism, you know, like and how people are so bad. But if you walk out your front door, right, and you go to, you know, let's say you just go get a coffee, right? Do you see all this crazy stuff happening that they show you on the news? Because majority of us don't. Yes, bad things happen, but majority of the time you go out to the gas station, people are holding doors open for one another, saying hi to one another, smiling at one another. The only people telling us that everybody hates each other is the media, you know, like the the bad people. They're the ones telling us that. But if you really open your eyes and go out, nobody hates each other. We all love each other. I don't I don't encounter any of these problems on the street. Of course, there are some here and there, and yes, certain places of the world are worse than others. But for the most part, man, everybody loves each other and can get along. You know, there's no, you know, I haven't seen any racism. You know, like, and I remember it being around worse in the 90s and stuff like that. But today, no, everybody gets along, and it's such a big misconception that we are divided. You know, that that, and if we are divided, we are weaker and susceptible to being controlled. You know, we want to take control so that we can maybe 50 years from now, 20 years from now, we can go drink water right out the stream again, fresh water without chemicals in it, without worrying, without having to buy bottled water. You know, that's just something that just should be free, because it comes with the earth. Same as electricity. I mean, you know, Tesla tried giving us free electricity, and we know, we have the knowledge of it. We know how to do it. So, like, we can create such a paradise here where we are not slaving away anymore. We're not paying all electric bills, paying for water. We're drinking healthy stuff. We're planting our own food everywhere. You know, like, everybody, you know, should be growing their own food, even, you know, even in your own small little community. Even if you just have indoor plants or something, every little plant counts. And every person that starts adapting that way of life, the more and more people that do it, the faster humanity gets there. And humanity's getting there. You could see it everywhere you look online. Our consciousness is raising. We are raising, and we are unifying. And nothing's going to stop that. This is the age of Aquarius we're going into. You know, it's predicted that there'll be 1,000 years of peace. There's going to be some turmoil first, you know, but, you know, this is a beautiful era. Femininity came back. And prophecy says that about the age of Aquarius, where femininity will come back and there will be turmoil. And there was with transgender and stuff. And I see it happening. But I see beauty. I see, you know, I love women. We need you, women. We need you. We need you, because you, the love of a woman, the love of a mother, you guys really understand love. And oh man, you know, women were worshipped thousands of years ago. You know, women were queens and rulers because they deserve to be, because they are so they shed so much love. They think with love and passion. They don't jump. You know, men are very, you know, not everybody. I don't want to stereotype, but I'm just saying it's a beautiful thing to have two separate things. You know, they balance each other, men and women. You know, and Lord knows where men would be without women. Oh my God, you know, they're so smart. They help us in so many ways. They give us passion. They give us drive. You know what I mean? Like, if you know, you want to impress somebody. Almost everything men does is just, try to impress a woman to get a woman until we find our soulmate. We'll go through great lengths to do it. You guys are so important to us. I love all of the women, and I think we need a woman ruler, president. I can't wait till it happens. That the choice that was given to us was not the right choice, but we need somebody that is the right choice, that is enlightened, that cares about the earth, that cares about the people, that encourages community, not divide us, and you know, I hope that people are feeling this message. I really do. I hope you guys are feeling this message because this is important to me. I have now dedicated my life to this, my life's work. I'm writing a book. I'm going to school so I can help do this. I just want to help and heal and spread love because love is beautiful and the earth is beautiful. The awe of it. I mean, go look at the mountains, look at the greenery everywhere. I mean, look at all the gifts that the earth gives us. Look at the beautiful animals. I mean, we are so blessed with a beautiful place to be and live. And I want to help cure depression and help people see that. Help people see that this is such a beautiful place to be and how special that you are. You are so very special. So special. And you need to lift your head up. You need to get up and know how special you are. And you need to get up and see the beauty around you. And I promise you, you won't need medication. Nature will be your medication. I promise. I mean, weed is nice, but that'll help open up your mind, relax you a little bit. But you don't need any of these things that they're trying to force on you when Mother Nature is there to heal you. Your community is there to heal you. Your family is there to talk. If you don't have someone to talk to, there's meetings everywhere to go find someone to talk to. Everybody's here for each other. And I hope that this channel gets to go somewhere. And I know it's going to. I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to do my best to help, even if I can help one person, and make one person see, because then they'll make another person see. And the more and more that we talk this way, the more and more we're going to manifest that world around us. And that's why I say, don't think in turmoil. Don't think, oh, the world is doomed. There's no hope. No. If every day you say, no, there's hope. Beautiful things are happening. Well, we're going to create that world around us. And I am so excited for our future. And I hope you guys tune back in. I hope you got something out of this. I'm DNaz. This is the TheDnazChannel. This is episode 10 of the podcast. Go check out my music. I'll be doing informational videos I got one coming up about medicine and antiquity. I got one coming up about the ancient mounds in America, because we got pyramids here and most people don't even know that. So I got a lot of stuff coming out. I'm going to be working hard and I'm going to try to spread love the best I can. Guys, get out there, get together, and spread your love. I'll see you next time on the TheDnazChannel. Goodbye.